Boats and hoes. Boats and hoes.
Have you ever been petitioned by a cop?
What's up, Tommy G?
Oh yeah.
In your cop car?
Hell yeah. In uniform.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, hell
today
yeah.
we're in
Hell yeah.
Arizona, on the Blade.
Hell yeah.
Pimps and prostitutes, getting an inside look at their life and how it is on these streets.
Hell yeah. He should have known that his damn self.
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart.
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement to make?
Absolutely not. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
That's a crazy statement.
I've had a few girls do that to me.
Dive into the world of prostitution, this time in Phoenix, Arizona. This story takes place on the Blade, the term used for the street where women can be seen walking at night looking for customers. The business of sex is a complicated one. Usually what you find is vulnerable women being controlled and manipulated by a devious pimp, who oftentimes himself grew up in a rough environment where he saw prostitution from a young age. For a young man growing up in poverty, the allure of being a pimp is both financial and status related. Monetarily, it's a great way to make fast money, and the profession of pimping has been glorified in rap music, presenting an image of a smoothly dressed man with cars, women, and the latest fashion. Phoenix has long been a hotspot for prostitution and sex trafficking, two things that overlap.
Oh, love you long time?
There have been major busts, including one operation that arrested over 300 people in early 2023. While most of the mainstream media believes talking to some local vaguely related to the story in a corporate setting of an office is the way to deliver news, I believe the best way to get to the bottom of the story is to go boots on the ground and get it straight from the source. Today, we do just that. Our story begins by interviewing a pimp, and as the story goes on, we find ourselves in a motel room with a prostitute getting ready for work and her pimp in the room as well. It's time to hit the Blade.
Quick announcement, time is running out to get your ticket. We have a
I
live
thought he had a baby in his hand of a prostitute.
Wisconsin, nearby, or want to make a drive, come out to the show. 2 documentaries. It's going to be fun. Oriental Theater, March 7th. Link in description. And now to the video.
Should get like a full beard type shit. I think that'll look good on him. Don't get me wrong, the goatee and the mustache looks good. It's just different. It's just different.
So it's 5 p.m. on a Tuesday night. This is the first impression of the Blade. We're gonna show you what we see. Just think that this is somebody's reality there. 6-7 days a week. This is how they feed themselves, feed their kids. Like, could you imagine a mom being out here? Mom's gonna go out tonight. She'll be back in the morning.
Happens every day, bro.
A crazy reality to me. They say this is the world's oldest profession, and
even your sister could be on that shit.
Making the right calls and how we're handling prostitution. Would it not be safer to have brothels? Would it not be safer for the women, for the STDs? You cut out the pimps, which to me are the guys you gotta cut out of this game. Tell the people where we are right now.
Shit, right now we on 27th Avenue Indian School. That's the Blade, but really that's the start of the Blade, but you feel me? We just gonna say that's the Blade.
And what's the Blade?
You gonna come down here, you gonna see some fat hoes, small hoes, anything, pigeon toes, but you feel me? Everything else.
Give me the fat hoes.
To me, it's...
Yo, let me tell y'all something about y'all niggas and these fucking shiesties. I could tell what your face look like just by looking at this shit right here. I could tell what your face look like. With your eyes, with the roundness, I can tell what your face look like, bro. Y'all niggas not fooling a real street nigga with that shit, bro. Niggas know who the fuck you is up under that mask, bro. I can see your face.
Mind-blowing that a man can convince a team of women to work for him, to be on the street, to put their body at risk, and then collect the money for that.
Yeah, she ain't getting that much money.
How do you manage to do that?
Well, we not convincing to do anything. They seeing that we providing them a higher lifestyle for them. You feel me? Some females, they gonna be able to go to college. Some females, they ain't gonna never be shit. They need to run into a nigga like me or a nigga like us. Anybody on our lifestyle that's gonna actually elevate them and be able to give them what they need. Be able to, feel me, put them in their car, put them in the house. A lot of people, they gonna be in their mama house rest of the...
Now, y'all seeing pimps like this and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get into what I used to do. That'll be on my documentary type shit, which is already being folded out. I'm not gonna get into what I used to do and shit. But like y'all see niggas like him and he says he's a pimp, bro. Don't let this physique fool you, bro. Don't let none of this physique fool you. Because there's a lot of niggas.
Turn around. You
there's
see
a
that?
lot of
Can't make this up.
pimps that look like him, and like niggas think they
Almost
sweet
roll
and
the
shit.
window down.
What advantage do the women have in teaming up with someone like you?
They by themselves, they liable to get broke. When you get broke, you a renegade, you out here by yourself, you ain't got nobody to protect you or help you. Anybody can do anything to you. They know you get a purse full of money, they know you ain't giving it to nobody, so it's on you. You need somebody to be able to watch your back, make sure you're safe, make sure you're okay, make sure you can eat, make sure you get home safe.
You kind of view yourself as the bank and the security guard of your women.
I'm everything.
When they're out in the street, how much of what they bring in goes to you?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. I'm your everything. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
That's a crazy statement.
Straight up.
He almost right
Do you
hooked
think
that
that's a
nigga to
fair
hell.
arrangement that all their money goes to you?
He almost,
because it's
he
going
almost
back to
swung on
them
that
in the
nigga.
long term. Anything they need paid for, it's coming right out of my pocket, and that's everything.
What kind of things do you buy them?
They might need a whip, they might need their rent paid, they might need a house. Their kids might need clothes, their kids might need some food, their kids might need their daycare paid for. You never know what they might need, but whatever they need, that's why they give everything they got to me, and I'm gonna make sure everything okay.
Tell people what a bottom is.
That's the can rely on. Like if all the go, they leave, anything gonna you can't trust no to stay, but your bottom you can trust that one. That one ain't gonna never leave.
Did you say off?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Off on a nigga, that mean like you could be with another nigga, anything. It's really just anything to not to somebody liking, you feel me? Where it's like, all right, you stop with me, but you ain't just stop with me and keep it solid and letting a nigga know what it is, you feel me? You off on me, you did something unrespectable.
And look, just how here she comes back again. How can someone get away with that? That looks like so obvious what's going on.
She ain't doing nothing wrong. She just walking on the phone. You feel
Yeah,
me?
she
I ain't seen
like
no
they can't really
Is
do
this something
nothing.
that Phoenix police are trying to bust, or that you have to worry about police?
You for sure gotta worry about police. We go 2 minutes up the street, you gonna see hella police, but like, ain't nobody doing shit. They don't see nothing going on, you feel me? Unless somebody's stupid enough to be seen.
How do you view women?
I love women. For real, I love everything about women, you feel me? I don't even like being around niggas. I only like being around women, you feel me? A nigga ain't gonna keep me paid, the gonna keep me paid, you feel me?
How would you feel if your sister was out on the blade?
My sister is on the blade right now in
Really?
Vegas, on my mama.
How'd you find your way into this?
Shit, bro, when I was like 18 years old, I was with this little or really an older but whole time she was a hoe. I didn't even know she was a hoe. She just always had dough, you feel me? She'd pay for little shit that I had going on, and it came to a point to where she started kind of like, you know, I'm gonna teach you the game. She wanted to see me get paid, you
So
feel
an
me?
older woman taught you the game.
For surely.
What's the relationship you have with your mom?
I talk to my mom
Surely.
every day.
Does she know
Where's
what you're
it-
up to?
Yeah, she know what I do.
Where's
What
this
does she
at?
think about it?
She don't like it, but she gotta respect me. I gotta take care of myself. She see how I'm taking care of myself. She see how I'm taking care of others, you feel me?
Where do you see yourself on the balance of good and evil?
Straight good. Ain't no evil in me, you feel me? Everything I'm doing is out the kindness of my heart. I'm trying to make sure everybody that is part of me, I play my
He's
part.
like-
We smooth.
You're
You-
pimping out of the kindness of your heart.
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement to make?
Absolutely not.
What happens if one of your girls comes back and doesn't bring $1 home?
She wouldn't even come
Most
back.
of
I ain't gonna
these,
lie.
like,
She know
pimps,
better than
though,
come back. She ain't got
like,
no
they're
bread.
not bad
It's
people,
like,
though.
for what? What you here for? Like, you know?
What's the most?
Even
a
though they're
woman
doing a
brought
really
back from
bad
that?
thing, they're not
Usually
bad
a quota is
people.
about a band, but you feel me? I done had to bring in like 35 4 bands in the night before.
Is there a particular day of the week that's the hottest?
Saturday.
Okay.
Sunday morning.
Is it a dangerous job?
For me, I know how to play the game right, you feel me? I ain't never in my life been in no danger playing this, but I done heard some stories, but that's about it.
Is it dangerous for the women?
Yeah, I say it's dangerous for them at all times. If they not protecting themselves, if they not making sure that they safe at all times,
Oh,
they
he
not
ain't-
doing they perfect screening.
he
When
ain't seen
perfect
shit yet.
screening, I mean perfect screening, because any little flaw could really have you jammed up.
What makes a
Then
good
again,
job?
He
nowadays,
gonna
like,
have
you
to
don't
pay,
really see the
and
type of
he
shit
gonna
that,
have to
like,
keep paying and keep paying and keep
like you
paying.
used
One
to
thing we've
see.
heard in Chicago and Los Angeles from both the pimps and the prostitutes out there is they don't have black customers.
Mhm.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we don't do no AAs.
What is AA?
That's African American.
No African American
Yeah,
customers?
no African American.
And why is that?
It's never really nothing good coming with African Americans. They usually too aggressive. They want too much. They not paying enough. It's almost like a safety hazard.
You know,
Well,
no, just making sure you're checking
Yeah.
the surroundings. Okay, we're gonna keep on the blade. Maybe we'll see you a little later tonight, but thank you for sharing your story, and I wish you the best, okay? So we're gonna hit the blade. We're gonna pick up some chicks.
Try to
Without
speak on
having any
that.
good street connections that can get me into the rooms with pimps and prostitutes, I decided to try my luck by
He's
driving
right.
around and trying to pay women for a
So he's right about the AA. He's right about the AA. You know what I'm saying? There's some areas that do AAs, but yeah, most of the time you don't do AAs. But it depends on the area. It really depends on the area. Like, if they do AAs, But the risk of not doing AAs, most non-AAs are the police. So there's a risk. There's really a risk. But at the same time, most of the police, the undercover police, they want some too. So, yeah.
Conversation. This made me feel nervous, uncomfortable, and I struck out more than an 8th grade boy at the dance. Apparently, an Arizona YouTuber went around harassing these ladies before, so they were not too keen for an interview, understandably.
I always feel like such a fucking slimy bastard when we're doing this. It just feels so weird and wrong.
When I visit tough places, I always look for people that are thriving despite the environment. We found a boxing gym, so I figured I'd talk to a coach and hear his mentality and how he steers youth in the right direction.
We're at a
Oh, you
boxing
didn't
gym
fuck,
right
son.
now. As you can tell, kids are.
Yeah, he done had a few out there.
They're getting a sweat, and we're with a coach. What's your name, sir?
Rafael Valenzuela. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, he done definitely did something.
Impacto de la prostitution en la área.
Los niños no se enfocan en eso, ni siquiera voltean a ver a ellos. Ellos vienen y trabajan aquí en el gimnasio, llegan, se van a su casa. No andan en las calles, es diferente para ellos. Acá se van a correr a veces y pues, estamos cuidándolos de que no haya gente que los moleste.
Piensa que un gimnasio como esto es muy importante para la comunidad.
Oh, sí, es bien importante porque, como te digo, los enseñas a pelear, pero también les formas disciplina. Cuando ellos crezcan, vayan formándose bien, ya sea para un trabajo, para estudiar, lo que sea, les forma su disciplina para ser alguien en la vida.
¿Piensa que la policía necesita ser más fuerte allí o qué es la solución para esto?
Pues ahorita yo pienso que con todo esto que está de las drogas que están saliendo, que ya ves que hay tantas personas que están envueltas en drogas, también es duro para la policía mantener todo esto pues controlado, porque hay un policía o dos y hay como 100 o 200 gentes en la calle haciendo sus cosas, entonces es duro para la policía. Yo pienso que ellos están trabajando en eso, pero sí deben de estar un poquito más enfocados en eso también.
Muchas gracias. ¿Qué tú haces para los niños y la comunidad? So, muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti.
There apparently was a YouTuber that was
I
harassing
want to learn multiple
prostitutes,
languages.
and so that's making it not very easy for us to try and talk to women. We're gonna hop out on foot and see if we can just get people's stories or perspective of the area. It looks like somebody's getting just got a customer and they're going to a motel. It feels like we're in another world right now. This guy's kind of geeking out right now.
Feeling about
Yeah, the motherfucker's here.
As a last-ditch effort, I decided to go to a motel
Just got the
lobby and
drop
see
too.
who I
The
could
mud.
meet.
He
After
just
standing
took
in
that
line
shit.
for a few minutes. My
And ain't
luck
hitting that
changed when
quick.
a lady named Roxy got in line behind me. Here's what happened.
Is it normally this slow here? What is it like night to night around here? Does it get hectic?
Sometimes it does. Mainly you have like all the smokers that smoke glue out around here. Sometimes it gets a little crazy, like people fighting and want to shoot each other.
Over drugs or over like the
It's
pimping?
mainly over. It's not even got nothing to do with the pimping no more. It's all got to do with the pills, like the fentanyl. Like it's not their area to take over.
As far as Phoenix goes, this is the hotbed for pimps and prostitutes,
Yeah.
unquestionably, right?
Yeah.
So one question I have is, do you think it should be legal? Should we have brothels where you can legally go, do your business, it's a little safer for the women?
To me, it's a job for them, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like strippers. It should be legal for them to do it, somewhere to go safe, you know, instead of just walking the blade and then people picking them up and then somebody, you know, hurting them or killing them or something like that.
Have you ever heard of that story happening to a woman on the
Man,
street?
I've heard of a lot. I've seen a lot of people
Damn,
get in
they
the
thought it was
car
GTA in
and
real
look
life.
in the back of the alley, gutted up, cut up. I've seen a girl that was on the blade on North
I ain't
on the
lie.
27th, and they found her body in the back
In
of the
GTA,
alley,
I was
laying on
like,
an empty bed, no clothes on,
fuck.
stabbed up.
How do you view the pimp in this? Is he
Fuck
a helpful
the-
person? Is he a
the,
parasite? Is he a
hookers.
bad guy?
I don't think these women
then I get my
need
money
pimps,
back.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, why would you need a pimp when you're trying to work for the money for yourself? Some of these women are vulnerable, you know?
What percent of the rooms here you think are dedicated to prostitution?
Travelers in. That's across the street. And over there, they can bring as many people as they want. Just the other day, I seen these two girls bring a trick over there, and I don't know what they were trying to do, rob them or what, but he busted out their window, and then he left, and then they left. It was crazy. I was like, wow.
It seems like a dangerous world to be in.
Yeah. especially too for the tricks too, you know.
probably
They
ain't have
don't know
enough
what's
money
behind
and
the
like they
door,
was
so
going
don't know
for
what's
it.
gonna happen. Get set up. Somebody could be waiting for them to rob them and stuff. And most of these females are doing it for the fentanyl, and that's
Either
pretty
that
crazy.
or he found out they was trying to rob him.
No,
Then it went
I
south.
think that they get themselves
Or
hooked on that. Some pimps, they follow the girl, they'll come right up on you and try
they want to do what he
well,
wanted to
what are you
do.
doing bothering my girl and this and that and at you and all kinds of shit. It's crazy.
Have you ever met a pimp that you think is a good guy?
I know quite a few pimps. They're all right. Yeah, you see a lot of ambulance. Just earlier today, they had the helicopters and like 10, 15 squad cars. I guess they were on high-speed chase from here.
The motel managers, do you think they 100% know what goes on?
Of course they do. Some of them are with it, and some of them ain't with it.
I guess in some ways I get it. Like, what are they gonna do? Say, no, I don't want to feed my family? Like, that's the thing. Like, every person in the chain, at the end of the day, they're trying to survive.
Yes.
And
that's what this whole situation is. Like the homeless, the prostitution, the drug addicts. Everybody's trying to survive out here. You know, this world is hard. You know?
Are you selling coochie,
Yeah, I have
man?
them waiting on.
Oh, the truck?
No.
Do your thing first and we can talk
Yeah,
after?
they're pushing a shopping cart, so they have all my bags in the shopping cart.
So guys, motels like this, they're hot spots, and there's cities, major cities all around the country
What she
that
said?
someone's day-to-day
Prostitution, the drug addicts.
Somebody
Everybody's trying to survive
told
out
her
here.
shit?
You know, this world is hard, you know.
Do you have anyone waiting on you right
Yeah,
now?
I have them waiting on.
And then the truck?
No.
Do your thing first and we can talk
Yeah,
after?
they're pushing a shopping cart, so all my bags in the shopping cart.
So guys, motels like
Oh.
this, they're hot spots, and there's cities, major cities all around the country that someone's day-to-day life, the way they put food on the table is to sell their body. But you let me know in the comments, should it be legal? Would it be safer, better, cleaner if it was legal? Or hey, no, that's a line we shouldn't cross as a society? You guys let me know what you think. And one thing that's a little spooky about doing this is you never know how close a pimp is keeping an eye on.
Bro, I can't get on Twitter without seeing porn. In like 3 seconds. Like one scroll, bitch getting dick down. Squirting everywhere. Like, I feel like everything like sexual is getting out of hand, bro. And it's a fucking cycle. Like I was talking about, what was that? Yesterday? Was that yesterday? I was talking about it yesterday. It's a cycle. Bro, the world used to be nasty as fuck like this, like centuries ago, bro. Centuries ago. Until something major happened. I'm not gonna say what it is, depending on y'all beliefs. But something big happened. And I feel like it's just gonna get nastier and nastier and nastier, and then something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. And it's gonna shake the world. And it's gonna flood the world. Message.
Some car with tinted windows. I mean, we just saw pimps with crazy guns in the car. I think if you're not bothering someone, they're not gonna bother you. We're gonna wait for this girl and see what she brings us to.
They find like people already broken in the room.
Yeah.
Like, see how the bed's all like moved to the side?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you can move the furniture out, and it's like dirty under there. Sometimes they don't even clean these rooms right. I stayed in that one over there today, and that room over there, I killed like 2 big roaches in that room. You move the bed, it was
Palmetto
dirty.
bugs, most likely.
Didn't look clean. They had like little thin pillows. It's just crazy. People been getting shot over here. Right now it's mainly over the fentanyl. El Chapo Guzman put a stop to fentanyl for the blues to come here. A lot to do with cartel, you know. I just got out of prison for sales of drugs. Like, I used to sell a lot of drugs.
Did she just snitch on El Chapo?
Car accident and everything, I stopped. Like, I just had to quit, you know. Like, I had to get my shit together. I'm waiting for my settlement to come through, and then
From the insurance company?
yeah, hemp wants somebody that's gonna work.
Maybe a snitched on El Chapo.
Food he's paid for, the clothes he's paid for. She has to work that off.
When they have sex with tricks, what % of them you think wear condoms?
I don't even think they do. This is a dangerous game. This just one bad thing, you know.
How much does this room cost tonight?
It cost me $80, but it was supposed to be $63.
For a sketchy motel, 84 seems pretty high.
It is high. Let me talk to them and find out if they're comfortable with it. If they,
Can I give you my number?
yeah, so that way they won't be all sketchy.
Yes.
Hey. I'm in room 176, right next to the laundry room. They're coming.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit then. Like, think about this, picking up weed. Back in the day, you had to meet someone in a sketchy cul-de-sac or an alley. Dealer would drive up, you're nervous, the cops are gonna pull up. And now they have dispensaries. You walk in calmly, you get what you want, you walk out. Everyone's happy and no one gets hurt. I think it's pretty similar
Not
to
everybody
prostitution.
To
can
see
get
what
it,
the future
though.
could look like if sex
Not
work was
everybody can get
legalized,
it.
let's look at 2 different case studies that are out there. In Nevada, the only place in the United States where it's legal, the results have been encouraging. Sex workers report a great reduction in better relationships with police. And like the legalization of marijuana, the counties that have legalized it are enjoying increased tax revenue and
it's hard to
tourism
see in the
dollars that it brings
Southwest
to their
one.
area. In the Netherlands, they decided to legalize prostitution in specific districts that they call tipple zones. Cities that have implemented
work at
these
the
zones
airport
saw a
again, but it's
30 to
not gonna be what I
40%
used to do.
decrease in incidents of
Hell no.
sexual abuse and rape. A study I found from Yale estimates that major cities spend around $7.5 million every year enforcing prostitution laws, and something I thought of is that money could instead be invested to fighting crimes like shootings and theft, things that are a little bit more major. What do you think?
I think they're using that to block it.
Have you ever seen a motel that is this secure? Like, as far as how to get in? Trailer's in's pretty locked down. We're gonna go throw the drone up, see what we can find. There's some weird stuff going on around
You don't
here.
think they're gonna hear? You don't think they're gonna hear? Just flying up in the air, bro.
Hey, Roxy.
Hey, they got in the door and they said give them a few minutes.
Are they down?
Yeah, they're down the top, so they give them a few minutes because they just got in the door.
10 minutes? Okay, cool. All right, sounds good.
They trying to fuck.
Right there. It's a hoop. Thanks. How are you? So I'm looking to talk to people. I'm looking to pay people for interviews.
Oh no, I'm good, love. Thank you.
No? We just have to make sure we're not walking into a
That's
setup.
not the way you get a.
Because, yeah, that could
Well-
be a setup too. I think we should bring up one.
It's like, hey, I'm doing a YouTube channel. It's nothing,
How you doing?
you know.
Good. I can hop on at the gate. Here, I'm gonna come out right now so you can see me. These are my guys. What's going on? Nice to meet you. How long do you plan on going out for?
Probably all evening.
You're gonna go for 24 hours straight?
That's my goal.
That sounds exhausting.
Not my first time. Probably won't be my last.
So what goes through your head
You got
when
an
you get ready
accent.
to go out there?
Just trying to stay positive.
How dangerous is it out there for you?
It could get pretty dangerous, to be honest.
Can you run us through a
Oh, never
story
mind.
and experience that might give people an idea
Oh,
of
there's
how
some- there's
hectic it can
some-
get out there?
I mean, it could get
Them
pretty
some
dangerous.
level
I had
ones.
this one client who didn't want to like always make them pay me first, and then like.
If y'all don't know what level
service or
ones is,
whatever,
then y'all
try to take
y'all
the money
cool.
back from me and
Y'all-
shit.
y'all be
I have
alright.
like brothers and shit that I call and like, they handle the situation.
So you have some guys that if you need backup, you can.
Yeah, not everybody has that, you know. I didn't have that at first.
Is there anything you can tell about your clients or customers, like
A lot of them are still married and literally cheating on their wives, and that's crazy as fuck to me.
what percent of your clients do you think are married?
Probably over half of them.
Wow. Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
What percent of clients are wearing rubbers and what aren't? Like
Oh, I
how?
don't do anything without a rubber, so
It seems like it would be pretty risky to do it without a rubber.
yeah, I mean, you're basically just gonna kill yourself. I know a couple girls that that do anything for $1.
Can you tell me more about your story or how you got into this?
I'll be 23 next month, and I've been doing this since 17.
What happened when you were 17 that you said, hey, this is what I want to do?
Well, I mean, my mom actually, I'm from Indiana actually. My mom moved us back out here to Arizona, and we didn't have anything. We didn't have a house, we didn't have a car, we didn't have shit. And then my mom left me out here by myself.
Your mom left you out here by yourself?
Yep.
Where did she go?
She moved to Florida with her mom.
So is this kind of just survival?
Yeah.
Does the pimp
Chris, is
know
there
y'all in
anything
there
you
talking to
think
these
is
girls?
important to tell people back home that might not know anything about this world?
Don't be so judgmental towards people. I'm a peacemaker. I love peace. You don't know what the next person's going through, really.
How long do you see yourself doing this for?
Honestly, I don't know, but hopefully not too much longer.
We've done a similar piece in Chicago and Los Angeles, and one thing we've heard from both pimps and prostitutes in both those areas is they don't do black customers.
Low-key, I don't do black customers either.
Too risky.
Yeah.
What percent of women out here you think have pimps?
I think back then when I first started working versus now, it's a lot of renegades now. Versus when I first started working, it's a lot of pimps. And
Yeah, they're in a lot of pills no
pimps are
more.
helpful, or do you think they're hurtful to the business model?
As long as they're not a gorilla pimp, then they can be very helpful.
So you kind of need a pimp to survive in some ways?
Yeah.
Is the game plan basically to find customers and bring them back here?
I do car dates.
Is that the way of doing it?
Yeah.
Are there any weird fetishes that you come across?
This one guy, he hit me up. He's like, "Are you able to like?" I didn't know what scat play was until I had to Google it when he asked me to do it. Scat play? Who? People like really like stuff like that.
For any family or friends that might be out there wondering how you're doing, is there anything you would like to say to them?
I'm good. I'm alive. Shit, they can hit my line. But I do have a son, and I do see myself being more active in his life.
When he's not with you, who does he stay with?
My baby daddy's mom.
Okay, let's go. You in the game or formerly in the game?
Oh, never in the game.
How young were you when you got
9.
9?
Yeah.
Who got you into this game at 9?
Just watching. Born in Los Angeles, California.
Do you grow up on Figueroa?
Yeah, I know about Figueroa.
Okay,
Did you have
yeah,
any family members on the blade?
Cousins, females.
Did they teach you the game?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
34.
Now that you're older, more mature, is that kind of wild to think like that you were that young and put in those type of situations?
Yes, it actually does.
So I hear all the time, pimps take 100% of the money. That to me sounds absolutely crazy. What's your take on that?
She only gonna do what you let her do to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever she go for, that's what it's gonna be. I mean, there is some that do that. There are some that run their program a little differently, you know?
So if people think, man, a pimp is just a parasite, do you agree with that, or do you think that's, or do you disagree with that?
It can be, but see, you got...
And put your own game. I'm not gonna take out much though. So some pimps take 100% of the money because they want their client or their person to feel like they are 100% what they say they are, and that is the pimp, the manager, the boss. So once you make enough money, if you need a vehicle, you got it. Fully paid, no payments, none of that. Need a vehicle, you got it. You need a spot, you got it. Fully paid, nothing like that. Cool. Need some hotels for a few nights, you got it. That's cool. Need some groceries? Here's a little $50. Actually, $30 for some groceries. And that's it. You don't get no extra money. You need your hair done? I want you to find the cheapest salon in the fucking city and go get that shit done. You need to go to the doctor or something, you find the cheapest doctor in the city, we'll get it done. That's it. You don't get no extra money, bro. Because they want you to know, and they want to put you in that mindset of they are, and that is how it's always going to be. Now, this whole thing is bad. But to the people that's looking at that as like bad, wait, now the whole thing is bad. I'm just like, these are like comparisons right now. The whole thing is bad. But to the people that think that's bad and stuff like that, game wise, during the game, let's say you're a pimp and you take about 90, 80, 70% of, rarely 70, 90, 80, 70 of your girl's money. What could happen is she gets enough money. She's buying all of these drugs, then she ODs. Now your best girl that was bringing you in thousands of dollars, she's gone. There's also, she could save up enough money, buy herself a car, buy herself a crib, buy herself the best hair, best nails, everything. She saves up enough money to do that. She realizes, I don't need you. I don't need you. The third is she's making money. She has money to herself, so she can save it, which is like the same as number two. Same as number two. But it's like she's making all this money to save up, and saving it. Then boom, she's gone. She's out of here. Now, number two, your girl might, make some money, but like she's gonna be around. But option three, she's gone. So, yeah. Just think about that. Just think about that, Like, think about it that way. Both ways are bad. Both ways are super, super bad. Like, this is for my niggas because, bro, there's a lot of niggas that watch me. Y'all age range is fucking crazy. It's from fucking 14 all the way up to 43. I had a nigga in my chat that was 43 the other day. 43. I was like, damn, I'm actually a streamer now type shit. Like, all ages just fuck with me type shit, bro. But like these are for my niggas that are older and that have been in the game or is in the game. And yeah, bro, get out the game. You shouldn't be in it. Shouldn't be in it.
Is pimping a lucrative business?
Very.
What's the most you think you ever made in a month?
30.
It's like an investment banker's income. It's not bad, huh? Do you ever feel bad for some of the prostitutes out there?
Actually, I do. That's what made me stop. A lot of these girls were raised wrong. They weren't loved how they were supposed to be. It took me a minute to realize, like...
That comment right there, most of these pimps, like, these days, now the crack era, not so much. Like, these days, they're actually taking care of them. They're actually, like, showing them love, like, protection that they need. That's why it's hard. That's why it's super hard just to abolish all this shit. That's why it's so hard, because they look up to them for that love that they needed.
Life comes out of that. The whole baby comes out of that. That's crazy. Like, pussy is the root of all evil. It's what make the world go round. This is the best thing on earth. It'll make anybody do anything.
Have you ever had to hunt down a trick and collect money? Yeah. A lot? On the scales of good and evil, where do you see yourself?
I see myself good.
What percentage of women out there do you think have been sexually abused or abused as a kid?
A lot.
What percent of pimps out there do you think have been abused as a kid?
See, that's what I'm saying about this word pimp. You got boyfriend pimping, gorilla pimping, freak body pimping.
What is a freak body pimp?
These dudes out here that don't care. They'll pimp a tranny, they'll pimp
I'll say no.
A gay dude,
it's for the documentary.
Wow, B. Like, this shit is illegal.
There's a lot of shit that people don't know.
But I guess if it makes
a lot of shit that people don't know about.
I ain't gonna be selling a boy pussy. That's out of pocket.
Have you ever been in danger doing this job?
Every day I'm in danger. 144 years.
A pimp got 144 years?
Another one that got 422 years.
From Arizona? 420 years?
After Steve mentioned that he knew of pimps that got 144-year, 420-year sentences, I was curious to know the legal ramifications for each of the characters in the story: pimps, prostitutes, and johns. And it turns out it depends on the state. But let's take California, for example. For a first-time offender, if someone pimping an adult, they typically get a sentence of 3 to 6 years. But a really bad pimp who's involved in sex trafficking or more may get a few decades in prison, like this Milwaukee pimp did recently. For the women caught soliciting sex, most states agree that it is better to help the women than heavily punish her. Because of this, prostitution is typically a misdemeanor.
But if they get caught numerous of times, I think it's like 3 or 4 times, and like they go ahead and throw the
And
book at
instead,
them.
women are steered towards programs like probation, mandatory age testing, and community service. And now for the Johns. Let's take Illinois, for example. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart noticed a discrepancy in the Department of Justice statistics. In 2010, 43,000 women were arrested for prostitution and only 19,000 Johns were arrested for soliciting it. He decided he wanted to go after the Johns soliciting sex and launched his National John Suppression Program. When the Johns are caught, they're given a ticket and a fine, and the money from their fine goes to support counseling and job programs for the Women's Justice Program, a program that supports the sex workers the police catch to steer them into a better future.
Imagine a motherfucking that's telling you 422 years in the Department of Corrections.
That's insane.
All because of a stinking ass bitch.
I learned a lot. Do you have any final thoughts?
If you can get out of it, get out of it. If you don't put anything in it, don't expect shit out of it. Straight up.
The families worry about them and think, you know, every day that shit on these streets is going to be okay, but you never know. I mean, there's so many girls that came up.
There's a lot of girls that
You didn't
are
know
missing
that
right
the
now.
cops
They found girls that
they can like
took them and
unblur videos and
left them in
shit.
the alley. There's a girl that they found over here on Northern too, and they found her.
When
in a
this dropped like 4 days ago,
suitcase,
yeah,
and
they
she
probably
gets
already.
chopped up.
That's the worst part about it.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to walk the blade. I think that's the cheapest hoeing you can ever do. Internet, cool. That's more.
Internet's the worst.
Internet's the word. You can get scammed and shit.
You can have somebody lying to you about who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bitch speaking out of line. Bitch, you don't know shit.
Used to have her get on the
PTSD.
internet and do just phone.
I'm
You don't
kidding.
have to
I'm
touch nobody,
fucking
go
joking,
see nobody.
goddammit.
I think that's the safest way.
I feel like if
Jesus
it was that
Christ.
easy, then
That's what's
nobody
going on
would
right
be
now.
doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the
Like,
number one fear of what's
keep it
going on
alive.
right now. These women
Bitch,
are
is you
ruining
speaking over?
themselves. Syphilis, gonorrhea, like these
I
women are
haven't had an
catching,
STD yet.
and by the grace of
Some
God.
girls do take care of themselves, you know. You got some girls walking out here like, damn, like they look like high class prostitutes, you know, like their shit don't ain't.
What's the percentage of them that are not going to doctors, getting checkups, and it's
Stay
high.
at the doctors.
For those that do take care of themselves,
It's getting low though. It's actually getting low
handle
though.
the scandal. With the ones that ain't, you need to get it together.
That's their lack of love. They don't have that person to teach them that.
Because
I'm
now,
talking about like the ones that don't.
like, that number should be getting lower because now you got OnlyFans, you got Fansly. Like, the hub is like offering jobs now and shit, like, you know. So it's getting low, but there's always that batch that just don't take care of themselves. Like, this shit is really turning it into a full blown like career, bro. It's turning it into a career, and so these new age like pimps and stuff, like, they ain't gonna see no wrong in it. And I for damn sure know they're not gonna see the shit that the generation before them had seen. The 90s, they're not gonna see none of that shit, bro. They're not gonna see none of that shit. And so if like you don't see that real hard, like rough shit, ain't nothing gonna change, bro.
I take care of
Ain't nothing gonna change.
What's going on upstairs?
Are the ones that go out and have sex for like $20, $30, girl, you're really cheating yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You know?
a baby come out of there, that shit is priceless. At the end of the night, they're gonna pay for
One
it.
pimp told me one time, because he wanted me to work for him, he told me, girl, you sitting on $1,000 right now. I'm like, what the f you talking about?
It says the men in the Bible, quote unquote, men were made from dirt. We came from dust, dirt, where we will return back to dust, dirt. Women were handcrafted. And then they said that we shall not lust. I can't help it. Shit, look what you made.
Do you guys think that sex work should be legal, that there should be brothels where women can work at?
Yes.
I feel like it'd be a lot more safer.
Yes, it would. And most of these women wouldn't be getting killed out here. A majority of the killing that's out here is coming from prostitutes getting killed.
Because this job involves women getting into cars or motel rooms with men they've never met, this profession carries a great deal of risk. Sex workers are some of the most common targets for killers. Take, for example, the Chicago Strangler, where 50 women over the last 20 years have been killed, and almost all of them sex workers. When you mix the social stigma of the profession and police forces overwhelmed by cases,
most of them,
the result is...
I know I'm pausing a lot, but like, let's take South Side of Chicago. That ain't the only bad spot in Chicago. I'm just like, I'm just taking that for example. South Side of Chicago, there's mostly blacks. So like, they're doing AAs, they're doing MAs, they're doing Caucasians, like they're doing all that shit. And like, niggas ain't going for these prices these days, bro. Niggas ain't going for these prices these days. And they taking, they robbing, and they throwing shit in the ditch, bro.
Many of these killings go unsolved, and the predators out there are aware of this.
A lot of these women are also hoeing for their addiction, just to stay high.
How much has
Just to stay
fentanyl
high.
changed the game in hoeing?
Oh man, fentanyl fucked that game up. By far the worst drug that ever hit American soil. I've been 18 months clean off of it, man. Let me tell you, by far that was the best feeling, the best choice I ever made in my life was to stop f***ing with that.
What can you say about the power of fentanyl?
It's terrible. I wish I was never introduced to it. I was smoking like 100 pills a day.
What percent of the women out there you think are addicted to drugs in some way?
Probably like 2% don't do drugs.
I'd say a lot do it just to cope with what they're doing.
What we have to go through, yeah.
Do you ever enjoy yourself
lot
as a
of-
customer? Like, this is kind of a fun part of
A
the
lot of
job,
them
or is
do.
it never fun?
A lot of them do it just to like stay awake
Have you ever been petitioned by
and
a cop for
keep fucking
a cop car?
Hell yeah. In
Making money.
uniform, right hand on the Bible, on my child.
Are they good customers?
Yes,
You're the best one.
on God.
So do you like cop customers?
No,
Why not?
they can switch up at any moment. You never know.
yeah, they could be like, oh, your pussy stink, jail.
He would be a
Like-
she would go attend to him. And when
Bitch, is that a
she
doodle
didn't wanna do
crump?
that no
Jail.
more.
He gets upset, and now you want to change the rules
Yeah,
and be a little.
yeah.
Bitch, I said no hair,
You
jail.
gotta put her in jail and stuff.
All right, guys, well, stay safe, okay?
All right, you
Have a
guys,
good night, okay?
you guys
Thank
stay
you,
safe
guys.
out there.
All right, folks, that's been an inside look into this world of pain.
If they're smart as fuck and they don't trust this nigga right here, they are leaving that room ASAP. They taking everything out that room and they're either getting another room or, yeah, they're just dumb as fuck.
Prostitution, the people behind it, the stories behind it, and I hope you learned a lot, because I sure did. The mission of this channel is always bring you the rawest and the real shit of what actually goes down here on planet Earth. Mainstream media is never going to show you this, but I will. And a shirt that we've launched, Leave the Lies. Support the channel, get it.
Like, these niggas say, hold on, let me get the fit. Yeah, they're just YouTubers. I know that, but do they know that? You say, hold on, let me get the fit. Oh, you trying to see what I got on, my nigga? Nah, we out this bitch. Hell
Thank you for
no.
joining me on this journey.
Hell no.
Peace.
Fuck no. Hey, Tommy G, what's the next? Bakersfield? Okay, I thought you about to say Florida, bitch. Just let me know when you coming down, bro. So I can tell everybody, you know, stay in the house. Stay in the goddamn house. Next.